95% of English learner who has started their journey to speak in this language and who is disturbed right now. It's taking a lot of efforts that I am unable to give, and I'm gonna quit because it is too hard to speak in English. You are just only given yourself just 2 months and you are thinking like this way. Why? First of all, let me just tell you one thing. English is not about learning it in just 1 month and 2 months. It is a process, and you will have to love this process while you are following this. If you told yourself that you will speak in this language in just 3 months, how this is going to happen? Just ask yourself. Let me tell you one thing. Remember those days of your life when you are born and you are learning this language, Hindi, that you are speaking in. So how you have learned that language? It might took some years to learn. Maybe you were kids and you were trying to speak since you were born. And it just only happens just 2 months and 3 months, and you are thinking that you are not learning this language. You are putting a lot of efforts to learn it, but you can't. Why you get so distracted again in your life? Again, I want to tell you it's a process and it might take year to speak in this language. I'm not gonna tell you to speak it in just 3 days and 3 months and 2 months. Not at all. Yeah, it is possible to speak in this language in just 3 months and 2 months, but with who are fully dedicated towards this language to speak in this language, they can learn. But if you are only giving yourself just 1 hour is in every single day to speak in this language, it might going to take 6 months and maybe years. So don't get distracted very soon in your journey, because this is the journey and you will have to love the process. When you are trying to speak in front of camera, when you are trying to speak with your friends, when you are trying to recall your vocabulary, you don't have to get frustrated all on this process, because one things that you should put in your subconscious that this is the process and you will have to love this process to learn this language. I'm not saying that you will only try to speak in front of camera for just 1 month, for just 2 months, for only 5 minutes and every single day and you will able to speak in this language. Not at all. This is not going to happen anymore. So if you are only giving 1 hour and a half hour each and every single to yourself, then it might going to take you 1 year and maybe 6 months. So be patient. And if you want to learn this language early, you will have to put extra efforts. Like you will have to give extra time to yourself to learn this language. I have seen so many people who learn this language in just 2 months and 3 months. Why? Because they immerse themselves in this language to speak all the time. That's why they are able to speak in this language in just 2 months. If I'm going to tell you about myself that I how I have learned this language, then it took me 4 years to learn. In 2021, I have started my journey, and since then, I continuously practicing, continuously thinking about this language all the time and trying to speak in it. So that is how I developed this habit to speak in this language, and that is how I'm speaking in this language right now. So if I am speaking at this level of English right now, then I put a lot of efforts to speak like this way. You might see some people on YouTube and you are thinking that I wish I could speak like them. No, why you are comparing yourself? You haven't given yourself that much time that person have given to themselves to speak in this language, and that's why you are unable to speak in this language. If you want to speak someone like them, so you will also have to give yourself that much time, that much energy and that much efforts, then you will able to speak. Yeah, If you are thinking that I am speaking good in English, yeah, I am speaking, but I have also given my 4 years behind this language, and that's the result that I'm speaking in this language right now at this moment. 1 month ago, I was talking with a girl, who told me that your English is good. So exactly these things I told him. If you are comparing yourself, myself, if you are comparing yourself to me right now at this moment, that your English is good, but you haven't seen my struggle, that for the last 4 years I put consistent efforts to speak in this language, and that is the result that I am speaking in this language right now at this moment, like this way. So if you also want to speak in this language confidently, fluency and articulately, so you will have to immerse yourself the way I did, the way who speak fluent in English, who did in their past to speak. So think of it. If you are thinking that you are unable to speak, why? Because you haven't given yourself that much time. You haven't practiced enough to speak. So that's why you are unable. That's the simple. Because if you have given yourself that much time to speak in this language, you might speak like them, who you deserve, who you want, who you wish. So think of it. But in the last of this video, I just only want to tell you one thing. If you want to speak, you will have to give time, because everything that builds in time, in a moment, and you will have to give that time to you. You will have to give that moment to you to speak in this language. Thank you very much for watch this video up to the last, and I hope that you will able to speak like a native speaker soon in your life. Till then, bye. See you in the next.